point in my journey. It wasn't like this before. I had to go, I did the driving for dollars, I did the door knocking, go to the foreclosure auctions, like I did all that before. The whole goal of this is to realize that partnerships are key in this business. Aloha everyone, we just wanted to take a moment to say mahalo for watching our content.
Yeah, we've been seeing a lot of you enjoying the videos, but notice that some of you haven't even subscribed. What's up with that?
But if you've been finding value in what we're sharing about real estate, financial freedom, and building wealth right here in Hawaii, we'd love to have you stick around.
We're constantly working on new ways to help you take action, succeed in real estate, and achieve your goals, whether you're here in Hawaii or anywhere else.
So do us a favor, hit the like button, smash subscribe, and don't forget to click the bell so you never miss an update. That way we can keep creating content you actually want to see. And if there's something you're curious about or want to know more of, feel free to drop a comment below. We're always working on bringing you information that's helpful and interesting. We're excited for our Maui meetup today. We try to host these monthly in order to get some real estate investors together and people that are just interested in building wealth. So today the theme is Pints and Partnerships, and we're having it at Mahalo Aleworks Upcountry. It's such a beautiful view. I can't wait to get people together, and the whole goal is to educate people on how they can partner with other people, other investors, other like-minded, teammates, build their team and get into real estate, because you don't have to do it alone. And that's how I was able to scale so quickly, was because I partnered on over 36 deals and have made money and partnered with people that actually were aligned with my goals, for one, but two, they accentuated the things that I didn't have. So maybe they were boots on the ground for a project, maybe they found the deal when I raised the money. So there's so many different ways that we're going to talk about, so stay tuned. Mahalo for coming. This is the Maui Real Estate Investors Monthly Meetup. My name is Zasha Smith, and I've been investing since 2019. I'm raised here on Maui, graduated from Maui High, and became an engineer after that. After working, for 10 years, getting my license, building and doing plans for these huge subdivisions, hotel renovations, and commercial properties here, I really wanted to figure out how more local people could be doing these types of projects that were actually giving back to the community, but not only that, building affordable housing. So that is my number one passion and goal. And this year, we're able to start building out 32 lots of affordable housing on the Big Island. And then my goal is to, once we do that project, we use that as a sample to bring back here. So you don't have to be a huge developer or have, billions of dollars in order to make an impact like that, in order to build affordable housing locally. But you do have to take initiative, you do have to get educated, and you do have to take action. And so that's why I think it's so important. And thank you guys for spending time today being here, just networking and educating yourself, because I think the more you know, the more you can help other people as well. So with that, the theme of this meetup is Pints and Partnerships. So what's helped me scale, to making over $1 million, fix and flipping, and being able to have several rentals that we're able to rent to people on Section 8 or HUD and keep affordable was partnerships. And so teaming up with another person, especially that has the same goals and is aligned with what you bring to the table and they bring something else to the table, or you're able to help each other, really helped me to see the potential, because I thought, oh my gosh, this is Maui. It's impossible to get started because it's so expensive. But once I found out how to find deals, how to fund deals, how to partner with people, and different strategies that you could implement when it came to creative financing or working with other people, you'd be surprised at how many people do come to meetups like this that want to be more passive, that maybe have money in their retirement, that want to invest it into projects and maybe not be ready to take action, or people that have deals. We've had other people come to meetups like this and say, hey, I got a deal, I just need to raise the money. Does anybody else have that? So make sure you're making connections with people and talking story with them and just putting yourself out there, because I know it's scary sometimes, but having other people around you, especially local people like us that have the same passion for adding value to the community while we're building wealth, I think that's super important and worth this extra time connecting and spending time just getting to know each other. So with that, we have a bingo. It's called a Blackout Bingo, where we have several, 9 boxes. And so the key with partnerships in real estate is making sure that you guys evaluate the deal, you're on the same page with how you're going to structure it, and then also solidifying what the roles and responsibilities are going to be in that deal. So the first row is about finding someone who knows how to find deals. So it could be simple as you've looked for homes to buy, because that still counts as you just like researching things and knowing what market you want to be in. Somebody who works in real estate, so that could be a realtor, property manager, and then someone who's joined a real estate program that shows that they're getting educated. And like I mentioned, with each of these areas, you want to make sure you are talking to someone or potentially partnering with someone that can accentuate what you're skilled. So say you're skilled at finding deals, you want to find somebody who potentially bring the money. Say you're good at raising money, or potentially know people that have money, then partner with somebody that either knows how to find deals or knows how to manage deals, because those are the 3 aspects of real estate investing: finding deals, funding deals, and then managing the project. So each of these lines has something to do with one of those. So we're going to start passing that out. So what the goal with this is, we want you to connect with other people in this room, have them fill out one of these boxes. So thank you guys all for connecting with each other. I know sometimes it's a little nerve-wracking and uncomfortable to meet new people, and so that's why we do little icebreakers like this. So thank you guys all for just meeting. There's so many wonderful people in this room right now, from newbies to people who've done deals before, people who are lenders, and so much value. So I hope that you continue to connect after this as well. I'm going to announce the winner is Kathy. So Kathy and Mike Lang, I met them recently. They have just got into real estate investing. I mean, they already have Airbnbs, they've had some experience, but now are wanting to take it to the next level. They joined the Hui Mastermind. They joined a few other programs, and they're just kind of seeing how they can build wealth and continue to do it, because it's not only, you learning to build wealth, but how you can keep more of it and continue to grow it. So with that, like I mentioned, just partnerships. I mean, they're obviously a couple, so they're partners. But some things that you want to make sure that you define when you're in a partnership is your goals and expectations, your strengths and roles, how you're going to split the profit. That is a very uncomfortable question to ask, but you want to define that before you get into any sort of deal with someone else. how you're going to structure it, what's going to happen when, let's say, things or challenges come up, because they always do in any sort of business, and then how you're going to set up things legally, financially. And so what I wanted to do is kind of go over some of the people that filled in the boxes. So I'll start with Christian. He has searched for homes to buy before. So how did you do that, or what got you maybe into real estate? And talk about maybe for the newer people too, how you got started.
Prices are getting more and more expensive right here in Hawaii, so there's no better way to learn real estate through coaches that are active right here in Hawaii.
So come join us today. We're excited to have you start your journey and be there to support you.
So I actually started on the MLS. So my first property, we bought it on MLS.
So that's through a realtor. Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. And then the second one was the same realtor. We got the second deal like 10 months later, off market, through the realtor.
Yeah. And now he's buying, tries to buy a home every year with his family. So you don't have to be like doing 300 deals a year in order to make a difference in your family's wealth journey or generational wealth. He's doing one home at a time, maybe a couple at a time, but these are homes that are going to get him cash flow right here on Maui, and there are multiple units that he's adding and multiple ways and strategies that he can use, like buying one that has lots of land as well, so he can build another structure, put on tiny homes. Like I think in Maui, a lot of people think like, oh, I can't make it work, it's so expensive, but you just have to get creative and learn other strategies and be open to, creative ways of structuring deals. Next is Tam, works in real estate. Tara, Tam? Who's this in the purple? Who had the purple pen? Me? Oh, Tammy? You're a lie, you don't work in real estate? No, she has searched and bought homes before. Okay, Dawn joined the real estate program. Yeah, so Dawn is also in our Hui Mastermind. So this is, if you want or you're interested in joining our mastermind, we do teach about real estate, but this meetup is just totally free and open to the public. And if you are looking for more education, that's what we offer. And if you have questions, contact my sister Blair over there. Melissa started a business. Where are you at? Oh, Melissa. Woo! Okay, so what business do you have, and what made you want to start your own business?
Well, we have the first business for 8 years now. We have other ones too.
Yay! Okay, who else here owns their own business? Raise your hand. Oh, a lot of entrepreneurs. So take note too, real estate investing is the same thing. It's starting a new business, right? You're getting into it. You may be making the same moves. You got to start an LLC. You got to open a bank account, things like that. But in real estate investing, you can actually just buy homes on your own too, under your personal name. So that's a difference in it. It's just what you want to treat it like. If you want to live in it and it be a property that has multiple rentals, you could rent out rooms in your own property as well. So there's a lot of ways to get started where you can leverage your own personal finances too. Hoku is interested in investing. Oh, snap. Okay, what makes you interested in investing?
The money back, I guess.
Yeah, getting money. And that's okay. I think that's one thing that we don't have to be, shy to share about, is like everybody needs money to survive. Everybody needs an income. And so initially when I got started as well, I wanted to quit my job. I needed to make money in order to be able to leave my job. So I had to start something else, start this new real estate business. And so it's okay to want to make more money. I think once you do though, you have to make sure that in some way you're also making an impact, a positive impact. You're also giving back. You're also just adding value to others. And I think that's the biggest difference between those who are wealthy just for money and then those who become wealthy and then also make this bigger positive impact on the world. Sophia has a retirement account? You do? Perfect. Oh, you're young and you have retired? Retired? There, girl. So what is your retirement? Is it through your job or you have an IRA? Awesome. No, so a lot of people don't know that you can use your retirement to invest in real estate. Now there are restrictions where you can't use it maybe for your own deals, but you can use it and then go invest in other people's deals, and that's one way you can get started too. We have several people that do our private lenders. That's what everyday people lend their money into our projects. We give them a set return. And typically, like if they want to be kept in the loop of the project, we'll keep them in the loop. Most of our private lenders are like, just let me know when I'm getting my return. They don't want to deal with any of the headaches of tenants, toilets, and trash, which is the reality of a lot if you do self-manage. But into your retirement account too, because a lot of people think, oh, I don't have the money, but maybe you have your retirement, and a lot of people forget that they even have it. Experience in construction, who's B? Oh, Preston.
Yeah, so general contractor mainly in the country area. Been in construction for about 22 years. So.
Awesome. See, a contractor. You have a connection right there.
Keep it busy.
Yes. And good contractors are really hard to find. So make sure you guys connect with him, get his contact information. As many people that you can have, especially that are in the space that can do the renovations, is huge. I think someone asked me like, oh, who do you use as your contractor? I'm like, every project is different. So we tend to go in between, and whoever you can connect with and use for that project. Maybe Preston's super busy. He's like, bro, I'm 6 months out. You're like, oh shoot, what am I gonna do? So you always need multiple contacts in every avenue that you're looking for. Okay, Don partnered on one deal. Nicole, sorry, I was reading the other one. Nicole partnered on one deal.
Well, I should say I called it a deal because I was so nervous to analyze a deal and do my own thing. But
my first fix and flip, like I gotta go out there and door knock and I gotta do all these things. And then of course life happens, right? And we get busy and okay, this is maybe not number one priority, but how can I still help my money grow? How can I still build wealth where you could passively invest? Say you have, $50,000 or whatever in your retirement account. You can then lend it or in your savings and you're like, okay, this is my rainy day. Make sure though, when you do lend or you get into this space where you want to grow your wealth, you do literally still have an extra emergency fund, because you don't want to put all your money into a deal and then something happen and it doesn't, you need that money. And then last, Mike owns multiple properties. Oh! 37 different partners. And I can say 85% of the time when things are going good, it's great. But when that 25%, what is that, 15%, sorry. So the 15%, right? Like it's always, like I mentioned, some of the realities of partnerships or any sort of deals is that there may be a loss. Any sort of business that you start, there could be potential for things to go wrong. A deal to me and they're like, hey, I have a really good deal. I can't qualify for the loan. I need help raising the money. I talk about, okay, what is the split gonna be? What is gonna be the benefit to me being able to bring lenders on or bring the money or qualify? And then what's our exit strategy? Do you know this market? Do you have other people in this market, boots on the ground, that can help us if we need a pivot or we can check in with? And so mainly I usually raise the funds, I manage the paperwork, and I manage this timeline or scheduling. I don't manage the contractors themselves, but I check in with them and like, hey, are we on time for this project? Like I gotta know weeks in advance if we're not or we need more time, so I can let the lenders know like this project is taking a little bit more time, because I want people, especially when they have their money in it, I treat it like my own money. So I'm like, I need to stay on top of it and have access to everything, or I'm not gonna partner with you, because I need to just verify. Like trust, but verify. So that's been the biggest thing with partnerships. So I don't really look for deals anymore. They come to me. I'm at a different point in my journey. It wasn't like this before. I had to go, I did the driving for dollars. I did the door knocking go to the foreclosure auctions. Like I did all that before. So if you're just starting off, you know, it's going to be different. But right now, that's kind of, if you have a really good deal, especially if it's in commercial real estate, that's essentially what we're looking for. And we're looking for, you know, bigger pieces of property that we can then CPR, split up. That has been more of the focus. And then also we're going the nonprofit. My goal by the end of this year, putting it out into the universe, is to open a nonprofit where I can truly build affordable housing and help other people get into homes, other locals do that. Everybody's contact here and see how you can add value to them, not only you benefit from meeting them. So what do they need? What does Christian need? What does Wayne need? What does Casey need? And just find out if that's something you can, how you can add value to them. So I'm looking for a deal. I want to buy a condo. I want to buy a fix and flip in Kahului at like 400 or less. You're like, oh, okay, that's like, what else do you, like anything else that I can help you with? But just find out what they're looking for, because a lot of people might be simple things too. I know I get really busy a lot of the times, and some people have came on to help me with bookkeeping or like my emails, like it's crazy, or just like social media, things like that, or they have other parts of their business that they want to do. So I think you just figuring out what it is, and then adding value to other people, because it comes back. So safety, anything like, I think when I was driving for Dawn, I would just drive around Kahului, I would just drive around Pukalani, all over, and I would go knock on the door and say like, hey, I just noticed, you know, your grass is overgrown, there's some broken down cars, is there anything I can help you with? It was like so simple how I approached them. I got a few deals from doing things that way. I think it's just being mindful of their situation too. Some people were like, don't want people to approach them, or are very, like there was like dogs running out and all that kind of stuff. So if you're like physically going to properties, then just like take someone else, but also just leave them with value too. So I would be like, hey, this is my landscaper. This is somebody that I know at the bank that would maybe help get you a personal loan if you're in a difficult financial situation. Or there was one like, oh my gosh, so cute Filipino couple, and they're like, well, you know, our kids moved away, we didn't want to talk. I'm like, I can help start that conversation, but that's between you and your family. But I can, you know, if you're scared to bring it up, or shame, like a lot of people, especially locals, are shamed to, if they're in a bad situation, to kind of admit it or talk to their family. So that's what when I approach people in those off-market situations or different difficult financial situations, I always say, okay, let's explore all these other things, and then last resort is you work with me and, you know, we sell the property, because we never want to put people out of homes. But I think that's what has differentiated me from other investors, and why I tend to get more of those off-market deals is because I lead with value, and the intention is, yes, let's try to keep you in your home, but if cannot, and banks at the door and they're saying, hey, you're going to go through foreclosure, let's, you know, work together and try to get you some money. So these are the, like we mentioned, the three different categories. I forget. People who know how to find deals, people who know how to fund deals, and people who know how to manage deals and have multiple properties are good people to know too. Just when you get to that level, or if you have any questions, you know, you can always call them or reach out and ask them what to do. Because a lot of times, like I mentioned, the whole goal of this is to realize that partnerships are key in this business, and having other people you can rely on and connect with is huge as well. So with that, we will just continue to network. Thank you guys all for participating and coming tonight. We appreciate all that you guys do and the connections you're making. So do not leave here without meeting one new person. So one person you haven't met before already. I know a lot of you guys mingled and did the bingo, but meet with the one person and then get someone's contact information that you didn't have before. Because you're gonna realize as you progress on your journey, or even if you're like, hey, when's the next meetup? You know, or are you going? You know, just having that partner or someone to contact before you go is gonna help you just stay near the campfire. Shaka!